We are the Cool Kids, sponsored by Bacon, Egg, and Cheese, the podcast. Make sure you check it out. If you're a comic book fan or you're an X-Men fan, then you're probably enjoying the new season of X-Men97. So far, we are 7 episodes into X-Men97. It kind of reminds you of the OG episodes, but it's kind of dark. Spoiler warnings, if you haven't seen it yet, I'm not going to go into full detail, but I will be discussing certain events that took place so far during this season. So right off the bat, X-Men97 switched it up. The leader of the X-Men is actually Magneto. The reason why Magneto is the new leader of the X-Men is because Charles Xavier was assassinated. Yes, X-Men fans, yes, comic book fans, Charles Xavier was assassinated. So it was very different to see Magneto be the leader of his rivals, the X-Men. Now, early on in X-Men97, there is an event that takes place where Storm loses her powers. Now, this was a sad scene to see because after Storm loses her powers, she feels like an outcast amongst the X-Men. Now, Storm does get her powers back, and it is amazing. So let's talk about Cyclops and his family tree. In X-Men97, we get some answers. You know who Cable is? Do you know that Cable is the son of Cyclops and he has time-traveling ability? So Cable's backstory is kind of complex, but he comes back from the future to try to save the past. Now, Cable is known for going toe-to-toe with Mr. Sinister and Apocalypse, another mutant. In X-Men97, Mr. Sinister actually created Cable. Oh, Mr. Sinister created a clone of Jean Grey, and the clone name is Madeline Pryor. So why is this important? Because Madeline Pryor is the mother of the time-traveling Cable. Spoiler warnings. Again, spoiler warnings. So in episode 7 in X-Men97, Cyclops finds out that Cable is his son. So if you're familiar with the original X-Men cartoon, then you know that Cyclops never really finds out that Cable is his son, but in 97 he does. We have been waiting since the 1990s for Cyclops to find out that Cable is his son, and it was amazing. So let's talk about another event that took place, the attack on Genosha. Now, this is a major event that took place in X-Men history. It changed everything. Now, during the attack on Genosha, Magneto and Gambit put up a good fight, but eventually they lost their life. These super sentinels came in and they just slaughtered thousands and thousands of mutants. I'm not even gonna lie, man. This scene actually had me about to cry. It was really sad. Now, seeing Gambit and Magneto lose their life was sad, but let's talk about Rogue. During the X-Men97 season, Rogue was in a relationship with Magneto and Gambit. Yes, you heard me correctly, people. She was in a relationship with Magneto and Gambit. What made this scene so sad is because Magneto and Gambit gave her life up trying to protect her. Now, as a kid, Gambit was always one of my favorite X-Men, and he definitely went out like an OG. After the attack on Genosha, we actually got to see Rogue go through a period of grief mourning both of them. Eventually, Rogue snaps and goes on a rampage looking for the people who are responsible. While on her hunt looking for the man responsible, she comes across Captain America. Listen, I was so blown away when I saw Captain America. There are a lot of cameos in X-Men97. If you haven't seen X-Men97 yet, stop what you're doing and make sure you go watch. That's my review of the new X-Men97 season. I hope you check it out and enjoy it.